Hi everyone, I want to talk about the central nervous system of our infrastructure, the workflow orchestrator. We are going through a massive shift right now. We are moving from static, monolithic systems to dynamic, event-driven ecosystems. In this new world, the orchestrator isn't just a glorified cron job anymore. It is the critical piece of architecture that keeps the lights on. But right now, we are facing a crisis. Our pipelines are getting too complex for the old tools, and our engineering teams are fighting a dangerous temptation. That temptation is the build it yourself trap. We've all heard it. A smart engineer says, hey, we run on Kubernetes. Why pay a vendor? I can just write a simple controller that watches a custom resource and spawns pods. It'll take a weekend. I am here to tell you, do not do this. It is a trap. The problem isn't launching a pod. The problem is state. We call this the dual write paradox. Imagine your custom tool tries to start a task. It writes started to your database, but then the network blips and the Kubernetes API call fails. Now you have a split brain state. Your database says the task is running. Reality says it isn't. Solving this requires complex consensus algorithms that companies like Temporal have spent a decade perfecting. If you build this in-house, you aren't building business value. You're building technical debt. So if we don't build, we usually buy the default standard, Apache Airflow. Airflow changed the game 10 years ago. But today, it's showing its age. It relies on a polling loop. This creates task lag. It's fine for a daily batch job, but for modern real-time data, it's just too slow. The bigger issue is that Airflow is task-centric. It knows when to run a script, but it has no idea what that script produces. It doesn't know about your data tables, it only knows about the clock. With Airflow 3.0 coming out, you're looking at a massive migration anyway to support new security features. If you have to pay that migration tax, you might as well migrate to something built for 2025. The era of one-size-fits-all is over. We need specialized tools for specialized workloads. We've identified 3 clear winners. First, for data engineering, the answer is Dagster. Dagster flips the model upside down. Instead of managing tasks, you manage assets. You don't tell it to run a script. You tell it, I need the daily active users table to exist. Dagster figures out the rest. It gives you lineage out of the box. If a transformation fails, you don't just see a red light. You see exactly which dashboards are broken. It aligns the orchestrator with the actual business value of your data. Second, for backend applications and microservices, the answer is Temporal. Temporal is not a scheduler, it is a durable execution platform. It guarantees that your code finishes, even if the server crashes. If a worker dies halfway through a payment process, Temporal detects it, spins up a new worker, and replays the code to the exact point of failure. It makes your code crash-proof. This is non-negotiable for things like payments and distributed transactions. Finally, for pure infrastructure and CI/CD, use Argo workflows. It's Kubernetes native. There's no translation layer. It lives right inside your cluster. It's the lowest friction way to automate container jobs. So here's the verdict for the modern architect. 1. Do not build. The hidden costs will bankrupt your engineering time. 2. Migrate data to Dagster. Stop managing tasks. Start managing assets. 3. Use Temporal for apps. Make your microservices reliable. Your engineering talent is expensive. Let's spend it on business logic, not on debugging a homegrown job scheduler. Thank you.